Hi everyone, Juan Finance here, and thanks for coming back. In this video, we're going to cover fundamental and technical analysis for TUI company or TUI AG. So here's our quick disclaimer, and then our discussion points. The usual pattern: we have the company profile, fundamental analysis. Next, we have technical, and then we have market update, outlook and strategies, and lastly, we have the trading results. So about the company. The company is actually headquartered in Germany, and together with its subsidiaries, they actually provide tourism services. So under the brands of Robinson, we have Ryu, TUI Blue, Blue Diamond, Sonyo, Magic Life, and so on and so forth. Okay, and they also have um, businesses in the cruise industry. We have under Mean Schiff, Hapag Lloyd, and Marella brand. So I'm so sorry about the pronunciation there, but yeah, those are the brands under the cruise liner of TUI company. And then for the fundamental, we jump to the income statement and then the balance sheet. By the way, our analysis is as of April 6, 2023. And then the current price of the company is around 610 per share, which is above at least 11.85, 11% day on day. So in the income statement, you're looking at here the 4 year historical performance, 2019 to 2022, the latest. For 2019, that's actually before COVID. And if you're going to look at here, positive for both revenue and net income, but in 2020 was actually the peak of the COVID lockdown. You can see here that even though the revenue is actually up, the net income actually went to the negative territory. So you can see here that 2020, 2021, and 2022, there's actually even though the net income is still in the negative territory, but you can see there that there's actually a slight recovery of the figure. Now, the red line here is actually the EBITDA or earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and what they call amortization. So you can see here that from 2019, it actually went down to the negative territory for 2 years, 2020 and 21, and then recovered in the previous year, 2022, which is actually a good sign. Now, if you're going to look at here for the balance sheet, 2019 to 2022, all figures are actually doing good, very much stable above 12 million. But if you're going to look at here for the working capital, which is the red line, in 2019, that's a constant downtrend. Now, the working capital is actually computed by subtracting your current liabilities from your current assets. So this is the figure or the amount being used by the company to address its um, current short-term obligations. If we're going to look at their capacity of raising cash for their immediate um, liabilities are actually declining since 2019. Okay, in 2022, here's the current figure. Uh, yeah. So for the fundamentals, we have here the market cap that's around 2.10 billion, shares outstanding 337 million, return on assets 1.53. Now, return on equity is in bad shape here. You're looking at negative 25 double digit here. Dividend yield and PEG ratio are actually blank or can't be computed as of the moment. But if you're going to look at the rest of the earnings per share, it's negative 0.21. Cash per share 8.9, book value per share now it's negative. You have cash flow 1.96, revenue 44, and operating cash flow per share that's around 787 million. Although the fundamentals or financial ratios here are actually a mix of negative and positive, but if you're going to look at the competition here versus international consolidated airlines, Carnival, Cineworld, and EasyJet, you can see here their fair value. This is actually based on our computation. And then for TUI, that's actually 900, and the current price is actually at 624. So we can still see that there's undervaluation there. The price to book ratio is actually 6, while the PE ratio is actually 4. Now for the next competitor, international console, you have here 250. the fair value, current price of 149, still undervalued. PB ratio of 4, PA ratio of 29 or 29. And for Carnival Group, fair value of 1,200, current price of 701, price to book ratio of 4, and then PA ratio of 1. And then for Cineworld, that's 3 at a current price of 1.7. PB ratio can't be computed. PA ratio of 6, and an EasyJet fair value of 600, current price of 497, PB ratio of 1.4, and PB ratio of 12. Now, if you isolate the analysis here for both the PB ratio and the PA ratio, if you're going to look at TUI is not actually having a very much attractive figure for the price to book ratio, as well as for the price earnings ratio. It's not the most cheapest. If you're going to look at this Carnival, who's actually on top of in terms of cheap PA ratio, but if you're going to look at TUI, that's actually 4, which is just on the middle of the pack here. Okay, so we jump to our technical analysis for the daily chart. Now, here's the COVID bottom. That's actually around 2169, and then the current company price is actually at 610. So that's very, very far from the COVID bottom. But if you're going to look at here, there's actually a gap down from 1003 to 610, which is the current level of the company. So this is also the 52-week low. So that would actually serve as our key support as of the moment. But if you're going to look at this range here from 800 to 1200, that space there, it should be filled in, but we don't know when. But pretty much that would uh, serve as the resistance of the price as of the moment. Now for moving averages, convergence, divergence, MACD is actually showing sideways, upward bias. And as well as for the RSI, it's extremely oversold here, 19. And then hopefully we can see the price to rebound to that space of the resistance there anytime next week or in the coming months. And then for the weekly chart here, this actually the pre-COVID and COVID bottom here. So the price is currently within this trend or below this trend. If you're going to get that's coming from the 5,000 level down to its current price of 610. So that trend from there, the current price is actually below that, and then the parabolic SAR is not yet showing a reversal of the trend as of the moment, as of this week. For the moving averages convergence, it's actually showing sideways, a weak momentum there. But if you're going to look at, it's actually building an upward bias. Now for the RSI weekly, it's the same with the daily chart, extremely oversold. So hopefully we can see a bit of an upside from the current price of the company. So for our market updates and news, what are the things dragging the company's performance? So first we have this bunch of good news here that TUI reports strong demand as travel approaches pre-COVID levels. And then we also have here TUI fly Belgium to launch TVAT Brussels service in May. That's another positive performance there. And then TUI raised 1.8 billion to repay debt and to strengthen finances. So hopefully we'll be seeing improved financial ratios for the company in the coming quarter or our next analysis because of this repayment strategy of the company. Now we jump to some of the negative neutral news. We have here Matthias Keep granting of 652 subscription rights. For David Burling granting 11,946 subscription rights, and then for TUI admission of subscription rights settled in form of depository interest. So those are things that within the company and affecting our the movement of the prices. We jump to our outlook and strategies. Now the company is not yet part of our portfolio, by the way, but it was requested by an eToro investor to for us to conduct this analysis. But if we're given the chance opportunity to come in, we'll wait for the dust to settle. Probably for if we can really see that the demand for tourism and travel is actually staying above the level of pre-COVID, and then observe the recovery of the sector, and then watch for the price to breach that 1,200 price per share. So I think this is the major resistance right now. And without seeing the price going back to this level, I think, in my opinion, I would, for particularly from a boy fund, we will defer buying the shares of the company. Here I just want to share the trading results of Mobile Fund for the past 30 days. So you're looking at here about 61 trades, about 100% profitability, and our top trades are New Era, we have Neo, PRE, and then Amazon. And these are the corresponding profit and loss ratio. Okay, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much again for tuning in, and I hope that you like the video. Kindly share and subscribe, and remember to follow us on eToro.